So we've been live for like 8-9 seconds or so.
No.
Guys, what brings us together tonight? It's been a long time. COVID's been quite the I know other people have been out in the field squatching, and that's good. I'm glad they're out there. But we've been playing it real safe. Luckily, we've all been employed kind of like, well, not the whole time, but enough to make our ends meet. We haven't lost our house, right? So we're here. Nolan, why are we here? Why are we here together? Tell us what's going on.
Well, put it quite simply, Adam, we're here to do a scouting mission to Snyder Mountain, located over in Irishtown, right in the Adirondacks, our home turf, so to speak, and kind of a prelude to a bigger mission called the Snyder Overnighter, which we have planned on doing, sometime late spring, early summer, possibly. And, I kind of concocted this, a little bit of my brainchild here, to scout out the area first, to give the folks at home a little background on, this kind of hotbed of activity we're going to investigate, as well as give them a little something to watch, because it has been a while since we've put, film on the deck, so to speak. It's been, since July, really, since we put any serious material down on the camera. So I figured it'd be a good time to kind of jump back in it as, more and more people are getting vaccinated and, gives us a chance to, put a little more content out there for the people that have been supporting us.
That's amazing. I mean, like you just said, such a mouthful. I mean, the vaccination's coming up. I mean, a lot of people have already been vaccinated for different reasons. We're jumping into things talking about what we've been doing. We do have a lot of footage in the can from last summer. And I was just talking to some people online recently about some new content that we're going to be putting out. And it's actually that last Squatch mission we did at Hard Scrabble. Me, you, and Jake went to see Mandy and Miguel. Jake was over last night, and we did a little review on the episode. I think it's going to be like a 2-episode one-off thing. It's a new kind of like a playlist that we're going to develop called Long Stories. Have you ever heard of short stories?
Yeah.
This is like long stories. These are maybe not just quickies, but a little bit longer, but something still with some content, not long enough to actually represent or be a part of an episode or an episodical event or a season, but maybe like one-offs or something like that. And we're going to be launching that. Jake was over last night, and he gave me the approval that it came together quite well. The first part, there's 2 parts of Hard Scrabble, part 1, part 2. So we might launch part 1 soon, just to get it out there. But then we were also talking about maybe not launching it until we have part 2 ready. And part 2 is going to be a little bit more rigorous as far as the edit goes. We have multiple cameras, and there was also some time code errors with the old camera, which is around here somewhere. You know what I'm talking about, the old Z1U.
Z1U.
And that's why we're replacing it. You're getting a new camera this year, Nolan. You know that. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. You mentioned it over one of our group chats, and I can't tell you how excited I am about that to go out and experiment with a new unit. The Z1U has always been there for me, but 4K is calling us, boys.
Well, it's 4K real deal, Ultra HD, but also there won't be any breaks in time code with the tapes. No more tapes. Everything's dropped right to SD card. And this isn't like, it's not like this is anything new. It's just that the Z1U, which is right here, this thing's been such a workhorse that we haven't had to replace it yet. This thing's old, but this thing is still totes badass, if you know what I'm saying. Totally badass. Still, but we can't trust it with time code anymore.
Now, Adam, are we looking to put the Hard Scrabble footage? Is that going to be kind of the beginning of season 3?
No, I think it's just going to be its own thing.
Okay.
Me and Jake were talking last night where we're going to be doing, and it's okay, kind of like a one-off playlist. Right now I think we have like 3 or 4 playlists on our YouTube channel. One is the Stony Creek Files. That's going to be its own playlist. Anything new to that kind of development is going to be on the Stony Creek Files playlist. We have Howda, where we talk about things other than Sasquatch, where we show you how to do little mundane things around the house, just kind of fun stuff. We have season 1, we have season 2, we have Mountain Stream, we have what's the other live show we have, Jake?
It's a time where we like to just
reflections.
Reflect.
Reflections. And then this will be another one to add to the whole playlist. It's going to be called Long Stories, where there's going to be different, just little one-offs that are maybe a longer. They're not long. They're not part of something in particular, but they're long enough to make it into long stories. And they're not short enough to just make a quickie out of.
Yeah.
So it's just an idea, something we've been floating around. Yeah. Iron Dogger, how you doing? How's Iron Dogger doing? Jake, you see that video of Iron Dogger on the tricycle thing? Going like that?
No.
Leaning back. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I've been delinquent on a Digilator computer web as of late. I got a lot of catching up to do.
It's good to see people here. We have Matt here, right here. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Good to see you here.
What's up, Matt?
We were just actually commenting just recently how, we might be speaking to some old friends. We might be speaking to some new friends. That some of this dialogue that happened in this next kind of like mini episodical called Long Stories. And what we were talking about is we're probably going to meet some new friends. And now we're meeting some new friends. It's great. And it's great to have these people here. Anybody that wants to come.
RTTV's channel. And before that, Matt, he has his own channel. Tons.
You guys got an answer for this guy right here. Pork and
there.
Beans.
You guys ever seen Dogman? Personally, I have not seen Dogman. I have, I definitely have spoken with people that have seen them, seen Dogman. I'm not too keen on jumping into that because I know that there's, some kind of follow you home scenarios with Dogman. And, we've heard some of the darker stories on that side, especially from some of our Stony Creek encounters as well. If you want to talk about that as well, Adam, I remember Clara had a few stories on him.
Well, primarily we were enticed to go to see Clara. She lured us in with the Bigfoot stories over there. Come to find out, more of
the garlic bread.
Oh, in the milk. We brought our own milk. But yeah, and the garlic bread. What a good dinner. Amazing people over there in Stony Creek.
Great people.
But family. They're family.
Love you.
They're family. We love you. Can't wait to see you guys again.
Family now. We love you.
So just a quick follow-up, a quick recap on what that's all about. Definite Dogman encounters there. On Vic Cundiff's show, the Dogman Encounters, she's been on there more than once. Everything that she's been saying is definitely, part of the Dogman. We don't want to really go there, but sometimes these cryptids kind of like encapsulate the same area.
Wow.
Jake, I took that from you.
Encapsulate.
That is not. I mean, you are right, Adam. Though, these things seem to cross paths at times.
A little bit off subject, but what do you guys think about Bobby Lashley picking up the belt this weekend? Last Monday night on. Okay, never mind. Okay, back to cryptid stuff. Okay, back to Snyder.
But I mean, that's why we're here. We're going to be going on a scouting mission to one of the premier hotspots for UFO, alien, Bigfoot activity in our immediate area. And the reason why we're going to go scout it is because Nolan thought that we should probably, hey Jarvis, what's up? Probably get in there and do a little field work beforehand. And since we're going to go in the spring when we think they're going to be there, migrating back into the area, what better time to go there, get a jump on them when there's still snow on the ground before they get there. We can go up there. We can find out exactly where we want to set up base camp, kind of. I mean, no, we can't see down into the forest floor because there's snow and ice on it, but we can see where the flat areas are. We can pick our routes up to the summit. We can find out how we're going to get to our base camp area, and we can scout it out. And Nolan, I think that we can do this and not be too concerned about these creatures coming around. I think we can just go in there and do what we want. I don't think that they're around right now, but
Yeah,
that's just what I think. Maybe they are. Like I said, there might be a veil, and maybe all of a sudden we'll be up there, this Sunday, and all of a sudden we'll see like one footprint, like they do on the Bigfoot or Sasquatch Ontario. Mike.
Yeah, I mean you're right, Adam. I mean, who really knows at this point what we may see, here at the tail end of winter? I mean, normally it's been thought that things are a little more dormant as far as Sasquatch activity at the tail end of winter, but again, our journeys at Huntley Pond have proven, hey, it warms up quick enough. You never know what you might hear or see in these locations.
Yeah, I mean, good point. I mean, there's something that me and Jake were listening to last night on the video that's going to be launched here pretty quickly. It's kind of similar to what you're saying. It's similar to what Master Hughes is saying. Bigfoot knocking. Jake, you ever hear Bigfoot knocking?
Well, I don't know if it was Bigfoot, but I've heard some unidentified, unexplained knocking in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And, sometimes, Nolan, it's almost like we don't hear the knocking when we're talking amongst ourselves. But if the camera's rolling, sometimes you can hear it. You can pick it up when you're doing the edit. You're like, okay, there's a, and then, and then we'll hear it. But you'll see what I'm talking about in this next little long story. There's definite without a question knocks right there, and they've always been there. This is up where Squatch Notch is and Squatch Country is.
Yeah.
Right from that area. This is like, we thought they were gone. We thought the Bigfoot had left because the whole, such a large portion of the land had been logged, but they proved it otherwise. They really did. Bomber wants to say hi to her little cutie pie.
Ah, well,
How's it
no.
going, Bomber? Back on the stream, you know what it is.
Don't act too cool, Nolan. Okay, nobody
Hey,
wants that.
I'm just saying, we're getting in terms of how long it's been since we put footage to the cam. We're getting the band back together, so to speak.
Because of you.
Well, hey, thanks to you, Nolan, and we do appreciate that. And,
Yeah, well, you know that it's always fun chilling with you guys. Even, no matter what we're doing, we always are a pretty cohesive unit, pretty near kin.
Pretty near kin. Now, it's funny because sometimes me and Jake get flack, especially me, because I love to bust your balls on camera and make it seem like treat you like a piece of shit. Right? It's not the truth, though, is it, Nolan?
Oh, no.
It's just for the camera.
It's for the camera. And,
Fun banner.
Yeah. And what cameraman doesn't have to pay his dues?
Have you paid him, you think?
Yeah, have you paid your dues yet? Barely paid his dues.
Paid more dues than Sven Doherty.
Oh, well, Sven, he might be back. I mean, Sven moved to Vermont. You know that?
Really?
He was in town today. I
moved to
saw
Vermont.
Sven. I saw Sven. He and his Vermont roommate were both skiing up at the mountain today, and I caught a glimpse.
Yeah,
Caught a glimpse.
nothing
like Squatch.
In and out. Not typical Sven.
Typical.
Yeah. Schleeman life.
Schleeman life. Schleeman now. Schleeman power.
Schleeman.
I'm pretty excited about this weekend's events. So we got basically tonight we're doing a little StreamYard. Tomorrow night we're going to do a roundtable discussion. Is that right? Over at Casa del Sol. SOUL. SOUL. Casa del Sol. The Mockingbird Hill
Farms.
And then and then I heard tell of possibly it's going to be cold on Sunday when we're going up into there. So we're not going to want to stop and mess around with cooking food and hanging out because it's going to be cold. So we're going to bring some deli sandwiches we're going to make ourselves. We're each going to pack a thermos with some soup for ourselves. We're going to pack our own lunches. And Jake's bringing granola bars. Is that right, Jake?
Sure. Yeah, we've got a couple
boxes. You said you were bringing caramel rice cakes or something.
Well, I was going to throw back to 1990 and do the little Quaker caramel flavored rice cakes that were all the rage. But, I got thinking about it. I don't know. I think I'm going to get some Thai potato soup and heat that up and put it in a thermos instead of
that's for you. But I mean, I thought you were bringing like a little snack to give me Nolan. Like here, guys, here, have a Snickers on me.
Well, I'll stop at Top tomorrow and make that happen.
So I'm bringing the Lipton, the Lipton soup where it's like a little packet. It's like chicken noodle stuff. That's what I'm bringing with I think I'm going to make a bologna and cheese on white bread. Bologna and American with mayonnaise and mustard on white bread with some of that Lipton chicken noodle.
That's a good one.
Are you going to have Doritos? Are you going to have Doritos to smash in the middle of them? Or
I don't know. I think I need to now that you said that.
I don't know. Like
that's really that would up the game. That'd make it a little better.
If I'm going bologna and cheese and mayonnaise on white bread, you better smash some potato chips in there too to make it real.
Hey Jarvis, I was just trimming the beard. One thing led to another. Next thing you know, I had like big chops, and then I had this, and I had that. Then I was down to like this really bad mustache, and then I just had to get rid of all of it because I went a little too nuts. I'm growing it back right now. It's coming back. I'm growing my summer beard out right now.
Nice. I shaved this morning. Looks like Nolan did too. I don't know.
Opposite ends of the spectrum, so to speak.
So we get in there. We each have our own soup. We're doing warm soup and sandwich, a little water, maybe a little beer, maybe a little vodka, something like that.
What? You bringing Brittany?
Maybe a weed. Get in there. We'll do our thing. Me and Jake were thinking we leave base camp.
What are you doing?
No later than 4:30. No later than 4:30. So we're out of there. Definitely out of there. And by the time it gets dark, because we're not bringing camping gear in there. This is a scouting mission. This isn't an overnighter. We're not going to be KJS is in there. What up, KJS?
Brother from another mother.
Much love. KJS is getting much love in the look at this. Boom.
Fire.
Boom. People left KJS. Who doesn't? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Oh. So, like I was saying, word on the street is you're gonna allow us to bring in just a sandwich and some soup for an all-day adventure because you're gonna be making some pancakes for us in the morning.
Yes. Well, I would like to have a selection of course, the tried and true chocolate chip pancakes.
Yeah.
Then there will be also an option of this peanut butter pancake, and an even better iteration is called, in my opinion, the
Elvis.
orange zest. No, the orange zest in that pancake stuff. Ooh,
Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan of any of that. You bring in the banana or the blueberry for this old boy, okay?
I'm
Okay.
telling you, I
Or
always
plain. Plain is
always
fine
do.
too. Plain is fine.
I've got organic bananas, so we'll go banana, peanut butter, and chocolate chip, or maybe we'll go banana, peanut butter, chocolate chip,
I
all in
want
one.
two thin buckwheat with blueberry with real
And
maple syrup.
don't forget,
Guys,
Well, you're gonna get what you get, and you're gonna eat it, or you go hungry. That's how it goes.
Nolan, I didn't mean to cut you off there, bud. What were
I
you
was just
saying?
gonna say, can't forget a classic full pot of coffee on as well.
Oh yeah, gotta.
It's a coffee.
Our coffee machine broke, so we have to go through the French press ritual.
Fair
So
enough.
2 cups at a time, guys.
Hey,
You'll be all right.
better quality coffee is fine with me. I'm telling you what, right now. You know what I'm saying?
I've
It's
seen better quality.
you can't pay more.
I'm bringing the syrup, okay, guys. Thrain's original syrup from 2020 will be the last hurrah. I have one more bottle of it. I'll be bringing that. I just went.
Oh.
I went to the store today and I bought 2 more cases of 250 ml glass bottles for this year's boil for Thrain's original maple syrup. So the last of it's coming out the fridge and it's coming over to Jake's for Sunday morning, and we'll pour that on Thrain's original from 20 for the COVID syrup, baby. Come on.
We should call the woodsman and see if he's got any venison in the fridge we can trade up for, and get some venison on top of pancakes, and then put the eggs on top of that, and then put the Thrain syrup on top of that, and just go. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, you can leave the meat
Sometimes
off.
that would be better. I would be if I was in a camp, but if I'm at your house, I would like it more with like some hollandaise sauce and maybe some Canadian bacon.
Ooh.
And maybe a little some fresh cilantro, maybe some smoked salmon.
Oh yeah.
But if I'm in camp, give me some canned peas, some venison, and some gravy right on my pancakes.
Also, don't mind a side of pan-seared hash as well.
Hash. Oh yeah, okay.
Hash. That's what I like.
Oh, Noli. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that there's a camp going into to Squatch Country for the BLB?
Yes, heard whisperings.
Yeah, we're putting in the platform this summer, and the building's going to be erect next summer. And the following summer, the wiring and insulation is going to be put in. It's going to be completely off grid, real small little unit, but enough for us to go in there any time of year and have breakfast of champion. I mean, we could even have Cheerios in there if we wanted to.
Now is
serious?
Is that going to be right near the
Honey Nut Cheerios with banana?
Now is that cabin going to be right kind of near the swamp area?
Exactly. It's
perfect.
Just far enough away so we don't
sink in.
Violate any wetland areas laws. But yeah, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah,
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome. Claire Dog says, "Hey, Lindsay, what's up? It's good to have Ruger in here. I love Ruger. Ruger's good.
Okay.
Ruger's good shit. Ruger is good.
Sorry, I can't see the chat, yo. Gals and guys,
I'm thinking, gentlemen, on the actual Snyder Overnighter, maybe bring back a quick episode of BLB Kitchen.
The actual Snyder Overnighter.
Yeah,
Huh.
and
Oh, yeah.
actual Snyder overnight.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring a nice big chest
funny.
of ingredients for the BLB kitchen.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
We're in there for 2 nights.
What?
We're in there for 2 nights.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? 2 nights of BLB kitchen?
Dude, yes. Yes.
There's gonna be at least 5 or 6 meals in there. So
Yeah.
5 or 6 meals. Each meal could be a episode, maybe, perhaps. We do
I
like
got
to
this.
eat gourmet. Gourmet.
I mean, this is going to be happening soon because as soon
Yeah.
as the snow melts, we're in there. So
what are we looking like mid spring then?
we're looking at like probably April 10th. It's my guess, right around there. I mean, there's probably still going to be some snow on the ground.
Early.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
when
that's coming up,
that's
too.
when we found that time is the most active, and that's when we want to be in there. That's when we found it's the most active, is like just before it starts acting like when there's skunk cabbage on the ground, which isn't really skunk cabbage, it's like what's it, false something else. We got that wrong. But the stuff that grows up in the stream beds, that's already growing. Some of the trees are starting to bud a little bit. Right in that area, between when the snow is gone, and that area is going to be like the most hot.
Like those gray mornings when you wake up and there's a low mist on the ground.
No.
Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm just kidding.
Misty spring morning.
Nothing like that.
No, those are way
not
later. That's later in the year. I'm talking when there's still possibly snow. Remember when we went into Huntley Pond?
Okay, yeah. Well,
That's when. That's when.
Misty spots in Huntley Pond. When you get a low,
Definitely
flow of hot
boots.
air,
Foggy, not misty.
Foggy, fine, foggy, whatever you want to say. It's a low current of hot air coming over the snow.
Let's not get Mr. Little on this shit.
Well,
Yeah, hey, whatever, man. I know what I'm talking about.
You sure do, you millennial.
This is what we have to look forward to, guys. We have this type of fan base to be proud of. This hey, people care about what we do, and you know what? We're going in and we're doing it because we are interested, because we love it, and because we want the real deal, and because we want to have fun together, and we want to bring the real deal to the people. That's all there is to it.
Real deal.
That's all there is to it.
RWFT.
So I'm going on 2 days. Going on 2 days so far.
Without washing
Keeping
your
it
hair?
brushed out, but yeah, it's getting nice and greased up, and I didn't. It kind of just accidentally happened, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're going back in the field. So it should be on day 4.
For Miguel.
We got empties for Miguel.
He treats his children well. He's got empties
For Manuel.
for Miguel. VA, thank you so much. We love you too. Thanks for being there for us.
Yeah. Our moon. Love
And
you.
just so you guys know,
Come on.
just so all of you guys out there in YouTube land know, this is just the beginning of the next saga of what we have on the skillet, Jake, on the iron. What do you call it? Irons in the fire.
On the burner.
This is happening. This is definitely happening. I think I should probably finish that little video up.
This is
and get Long Stories Part 1 launched maybe today or tomorrow, so people can actually see it. Exactly.
That's gonna be a good one. Yes, definitely get to work on that, and I think the whole fan base is really gonna like it. Great little, as you said, long story.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
All 4 of them. Listen. Tomorrow it's going to be real life, Nolan. We're going to be real life roundtable, and the day after that it's going to be boots on the ground with Barb. You know what I'm saying? And
That's the thing.
Real
That's the
deal
thing, Jake.
Holyfield.
That's the thing. Like I was saying, I don't think I'm too nervous about going in there for the scouting mission. I think it's too early for them. I think we can just go in and kind of like walk around and trounce around and have basic rule over the roost up there. I don't think there's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think they're there. That's my personal.
But yeah.
So if you stuff your snowmobile, because like I said, I drove by it. It's plowed out.
It's coming.
Yeah, so we can probably get right up to that spot, right up to the base.
The snowmobile will be in the back of the
you know.
truck. If we can use it or not, that's yet to be determined. But I will be bringing it.
Well, I mean, the great thing about what we're gonna do, in 2 days here is the fact that the scouting mission, not only is it good, it's gonna be a great episode for the people at home, but it's gonna give us, a point of reference so when we go in there in the spring, we're not gonna be confused about where we need to go, where we need to set up. It's just one thing we're taking out of the equation to make things run smoother, because who knows what we're going to encounter.
I couldn't say it any better, Nolan. You're exactly right. And that's, especially because, especially in the wintertime, you don't have the topography kind of like shows itself really well with the snow. You can see where the ledges are. You can see where all that stuff is. You can see the elevation changes because everything's coated with snow and ice. And there's no leaves on the trees, so you can look through and you can pick your routes maybe from further distances. Okay. And I know that we are going to be bringing in the drone, and the drone will be very helpful in picking out some of those routes. But I mean, even if we just pick out a base camp area and that's all we do, I'll be happy with that.
Absolutely.
Does it seem a little weird that we're looking before we leap, so to speak? Are we growing up at all?
I want you to look at this, Jake. By the way, Bomber, it's a white shirt, not a black shirt. But it is a homemade hat.
Oh shoot! Yeah, jeez.
And then we got this. And then we got this. We got this. We got this. Yes. What's up with the hats? Bomber.
Hey, come on.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry, I know, guys and gals. You guys, I'm so bad. I mean, I gotta get. There's Bombers. Look at it. Oh man, I wish he had it right now. Modfather, there's Big Robs.
This is what I'm talking about right here. This is good stuff.
There's eyes on Rubes.
See you in this.
BA, great to see you as well. Thanks.
Jarvis, look at Jarvis. You probably got the best one. You lucky son of a gun. There's long Don beards. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna get these out.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Can you listen to me? Jeremy.
Huh?
Okay.
What happened?
Listen to me. It doesn't do anybody any good to show them the hats now. They've already seen them. So let's just focus on what we're doing, and let's get the fucking things out to the public. Okay. People have been waiting.
Oh.
They've been waiting for a little while, and that's fine. But let's get them the fuck out there.
Swear, Jar.
Right, Nolan?
Hey, man, let them eat cake, as they say. Something like that.
Exactly.
They're on their way.
Whew.
All I can say is thank you, Bomber, for sparking a little fire under Jake's ass again, because I did not want to be the one to do it. I really didn't. I didn't want to be like, Jake.
I mean, these COVID times. It's been work, dinner, sleep. I gotta read emails. My computer's broke.
You have to just do your job, Jake.
All right, I will try to one of these days. Okay, moving on.
Swear jar. Bomber LOL. Okay, guys. What do you think? Okay, we're talking about a mission that's going to be up in basically our biggest hotspot ever. What's the most scary thing you can possibly think scenario wise going on here, Nolan?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Scariest scenario I could think of.
When we do the actual overnighter, 2 nights.
Scariest thing I could think of personally, and this is me, and you guys know that I have been a big proponent of this theory, basically since I joined the BLB. But the scariest thing for me that could happen is us being caught in the crossfire of tribal warfare. So what I'm saying is you get 2 Bigfoot pods, so to speak, aggroing over the same territory on Snyder, because we know it to be a hot spot. Personal experience, firsthand accounts, we know that. So if we go
That's
straight
possible,
to
yeah.
kind of my personal nightmare would be caught in Bigfoot tribal warfare. Now, I'm not saying that's the most possible scenario, but if you went to the scariest thing, yeah, being caught in the middle of that, not my bag.
That's a good. Yeah, I mean, you have every right to be scared of that. I mean,
Bigfoot crossfire. Who would want to be involved in that?
With all the logging that's going on lately, I mean, these groups, these family groups that normally move from through the corridors and like move up through with like family rights that usually maybe stop and put up a family residency here and there, are pushed out of these areas to get more seclusion, more food, and tribal warfare in this particular area could possibly start to really happen. So that's a really, really valid point. Nolan. That's amazing. Thank you for saying that. Jake, what about you? What do you think about what would a scary scenario for you be when we go into Snyder overnighter? We're in there for 2 nights.
Well, I think the scariest scenario would be one of those unidentified flying objects I saw flying over Snyder this winter. It would be scary if one of those things abducted us and took us far away from this planet that we like to inhabit. So that would be the scariest thing. If we got abducted by aliens up there, man, forget about it. That would blow. Totally.
You ain't wrong, Jake.
Nothing scary.
That would totally blow. That would totally blow.
I don't scare anymore. Nothing scars like the 80s.
Do you guys want to know what my scariest scenario would be?
I'm just about to ask you. What is it, Adam?
Well, if I didn't have enough data to watch the PGA finish up the round, because it's going to be Sunday night, and I need to know who wins on Sunday. So, if I don't know, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Honestly, you guys all know that I'm pretty nervous about just going in there. So, okay.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag at this point for you.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm supposed to go make a pizza. You guys good to go right now?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Actually, I was about to throw one in the oven as well.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I know you said that. You said you didn't want to be on that long. Tomorrow night we're gonna do roundtable discussion, Jake's house, 3 or 4 cameras, and this will be the beginning of season 3, which will launch in the fall, early winter, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll call you.
BLB.
BLB, baby.
Gunners Club for life.
Well, guys, thanks for joining me on here. I'll I'll see you guys tomorrow.
And thanks for everyone tuning in on the live stream.
Okay.
Thank
Peace,
you.
guys.
Adam, I love you. Nolan, I love you.
Love you guys. Peace. Peace.